Hi and welcome to another edition of One Side, where we've got the AFCON Cup warming up beautifully, and so is the Premier League. We'll be talking about both of those with Budgie Byrne, and we'll talk about what happened during the last week, a couple of interesting developments. But let's get straight into Budge. Talk about Man United and Liverpool, which was the big game that everyone was talking about. They stopped Man United's winning run, and Liverpool away from home a point. What was your take on the game?
I think tactically Klopp was outstanding. You know, he looked at United's weaknesses, lack of pace in certain areas. He was disappointed after the game, quite rightly so, but you know, it was a good point for Liverpool in the Champions League aspect of it, but a fair result at the end of the day. I thought we had maybe the better chances. You know, we had two runaways. Yeah. You know, Pogba early on, Mkhitaryan, and the one Mkhitaryan cut back to Marshall just after half-time.
Pogba handball?
Definitely. You know. Well, we played with 10 men. Everything he tried went pear-shaped, and he was a nightmare, Pogba. Yeah. So good result, fair result, I think, at the end of the day for the masses.
Yeah, they're better. And, you know, two teams that are still going very well. Yeah, you know that Zlatan, he must be up near the top of the...
I think he is top at the moment. I think he's one clear.
Is he leading the Golden Boot? Yeah, he's a very good player. And the boys who said Fellaini, he did well, Budge. He does well in that third.
Paul, that's the only place you can play him. You know, he cost us the league 3 or 4 years ago when he was at Everton. He was unplayable. Nobody could mark him. They tried Vidic. They tried everybody. You know, that's the only place you can play him. In the middle of the park, he's sluggish. You know,
and he's clumsy. He's clumsy when he defends.
You know, he's 6'4". By the time he thinks and gets down to his feet, 3 seconds later.
He's actually 6'1", but that hairstyle. But he's a very good header ball. He nearly got the equaliser.
Yeah, it's pity because it would have shut most of the people up.
A lot of people don't like him. That are Reds boys.
Paul, you just look at him, and if ever there's somebody that you want to pick on, it's him. He's 6 foot umpteens, wicked hairstyle. Yeah. You know, he throws elbows.
Not English.
Belgium, but you know, he's played over 60 times for Belgium. Yeah. So you know, I just think he's an asset.
So it didn't really derail either of those teams. It just kept
the two. I think it may have slightly derailed United because we're still far behind Liverpool. I think it is. We fall behind the Champions League places, but not getting beat.
Now, Man City, what's the story? You know, it's the real world now when you come into the British Premier League, where you have these great managers from coming from all over the world, and none more so than Pep Guardiola. Is he finding it tough, or his players letting him down? For me, it wasn't a true reflection.
No, it wasn't.
Everton 4, Man City 0.
Yeah, you know, I think they only had 6 shots at goals, but you know, Jamie Carragher did something on Monday on Sky Sports. Man City concede an average of 9.5 shots per game on target. That's the second best in the league behind Liverpool. The problem is the good chances. You never really see people flying in to block them. And I can't have the goalkeeper. You know,
Bravo.
Oh, he's hopeless. You know.
Is he a fisherman?
No, he's a fisherman. You know, he'd come from Barcelona. You and I could play in goal for Barcelona.
Yeah, I nearly did. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Guardiola, he's had it easy. You know, but tactically he's got it all wrong. You cannot play Zabaleta in the midfield. He's a right back. He's trying to play Kolarov at centre half. He's a left back. You know, he's trying to play Yaya Toure holding midfield play. He's an attacking player. Yeah. I think he's lost the plot. And the press are on him as they are.
So it's not he's still in the scrum. You know, people were tipping a few months back they're going to win the league.
Well, they won the first 10 games. Yeah. In all competitions. But, you know, people work you out. And this trying to play out from the back, it's great when you 2-0 up. Yeah. But when it's 0-0 in a tight game and people know what you're going to do, he's just got to go back to playing normal football again. But, you know, I don't know about him, Paul. Jury's out for me.
And how are his big players letting him down to a degree going forward? You don't score. You know, you can concede. Everton played 2 kids who both got a goal, I believe. Yeah.
But, you know, they work back. Man City don't seem to work back when they lose the ball. You know, Kevin De Bruyne is a luxury. He's a good player.
Oh, quality.
But when you lose the ball, he stands and watches. And they've just got too many people standing and watching. And every attack, Paul, you just look at it. Just put it near the goalkeeper. And you can see the panic in the back four. Yeah. If he doesn't play Willy Caballero, the reserve keeper or the second keeper, they won't get in the Champions League.
Is White out on loan, or is he sold?
No, he's out on loan. The other goalkeeper, John Hart.
Would they bring White back?
Well, he should, but whether his pride is too big, but he should bring him back.
At Everton, they've got money, they're spending money, they're turning the corner.
You know, Ronald Koeman's a good manager. Yeah. You know, like Mourinho and Guardiola as well. You've got to give the squad a chance. And slowly but surely he's given them a chance, bringing young guys in.
Pochettino style, bring the young guys in. That's good to see.
It's just away from home that's going to be the problem with all these youngsters. At home it's easy. The crowd's right behind you.
Yeah.
Be a big test this week.
But we know top-level footballers, the more they earn, the more petulant they are. And Dimitri Payet is now showing signs of being just for himself.
Yeah. There was a show the other day that was on. There was a Frenchman on there. The only reason he signed for West Ham for 10 million was Marseille had to balance the books.
Okay.
He didn't want to leave Marseille.
Okay.
So when he went to West Ham, it was because they had to balance the books, the
And now he
financial
wants
fair
out.
play. Well, his wife doesn't want to stay in London. They've got 3 kids.
That's a
They're
big
not
win
happy.
for him.
So
Send
he
the
wants to go
family.
back.
It's not far. London to
What
Marseille.
it's harsh for the West Ham owners because they gave him a loyalty bonus of £1 million, I think it was in September. He's on over £100,000 a week. And now he just wants to jack it in. They obviously with the Olympic Stadium.
He showed great quality when he played for the national team.
Yeah, well, you got to. You're on stage, and this is a chance to make a name for
He
yourself.
looked a special player. He's got a lot of quality.
No, nice player, but he's 30 in March.
Yeah.
So I think he'll go to Marseille. I think the figure brand is between 25 and 30 million.
Okay. What about Diego Costa now?
well-
Listen, he's going to China. He's not going to China. He's back, so he's not playing. What is the latest there?
Paul, anybody that can turn their back on in your country. He was Brazilian. He played 4 years in Spain and jumped ship to play for the Spanish World Cup team in Brazil.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so that just shows what type of person he is.
He's
So
not loyal.
he's a nutcase. He's a good player. He's having a good season.
£30 million a year China offered him?
That's net. So work that out. That's £600,000 a week net. So I think at the end of the season he'll stay, and then they'll do a deal with China, and then he'll be gone.
Okay, he's back in training. And then transfers, Morgan Schneiderlin, I see he's going to Everton, 24 million.
He got the money back. He's just, he didn't really crack at United.
Yeah.
We don't
He's not a
really
bad player.
No, nice player in a certain team. Our midfield players have to play, and at United, when you're at Old Trafford, the team's back off you. So he's getting the ball off the back four and passing it 10 yards sideways. It was just another one of Van Gaal's bad signings.
Okay, and then the other one we talk about, Memphis Depay is going to Lyon.
Going to Lyon. He came with plenty of flair.
Is he that good?
Well, one stage when we had all the injuries last season, he did play well.
Yeah.
But, we've got Rashford out there, we've got Martial, they're all the same player. And I think he's third in the queue, so get the money back, 20-odd million back, so good sale for us.
All right, well, let's go on to football, Budge. Now, the Premier League's hotting up, it's getting tight on top, and Chelsea had their run cut by Spurs the other day. But let's go on to Liverpool. Now, Liverpool are 1-5 to beat Swansea, who are bottom of the log.
Should be absolute certainties. One of our bets is Liverpool to score over 2.5 goals. It should be 3-4. Should at home, yeah.
How they do? No, Mane's not there, but
Mane's playing in the
Are there any
AFCON.
other injuries?
No, Coutinho played in the cup last night, so he'll more than likely start.
Okay, and then Swansea, they've conceded a lot of goals. They
were on against Arsenal. I think they scored 3 own goals. It's not going for them. I see they've got Claude Makelele, the anchor man at Chelsea.
Claude
he's the assistant.
Makelele, is he still playing?
Well, he's the assistant coach now. He was in Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, but he's not going to play?
No, I think they wish he could play, because he's better than what they got. But they got a tough ask.
So Liverpool certainties.
Should be.
Okay, West Brom. Now, West Brom are doing well. They're 8th. They're very good at home. They play Sunderland, who are showing signs of a revival but struggling.
They lost a few players to the AFCON, and away from home, they just concede too many goals. I think West Brom are certainties,
Okay, now how about Stoke? Now, Stoke City at home.
Yeah.
Have they got all their quality players back?
Well, Bojan wants to go, but,
Yes.
Peter Crouch is coming in. He's always been a thorn in United's side with the aerial assault.
Yeah.
This won't be easy. They beat us 2-0 last year on Boxing Day. So we haven't got a good record at Stoke. But, we're unbeaten, I think it's the last 16. We're playing well, but this is the big test for us.
Yeah, I think it's a test. Yeah, definitely. You're a good team. Middlesbrough, they're also a good team at home. Now, West Ham, that no Dimitri Payet, I believe, that he won't play. But they thumped Palace.
Yeah, well, Paul, you go to a change room, you've got one star name, and he thinks he's too big for the group. And everybody rallies around, to hell with this guy. Let's pull together and have a go. And I think this could be the same this week. Middlesbrough are struggling to score goals.
Yeah.
So if ever there's a chance for West Ham to get a result,
This is it.
but I think drawing West Ham would be a fair reflection this week.
Okay. Palace, now 17th, playing Everton, who seem to be a much better side at home.
Yeah. You know, away from home, we'll see the kids. You'll play the same team, no doubt. So we'll see how good they are and away from home.
Big Sam. He must be getting the chewing gum going quickly now, because, you know, he's got to start saying, you know, we've got to start getting some results. You know, they don't score enough, do they?
Now, they've only brought, no, they don't. They just concede too many as well. I think they've won one and lost 6 of the last 7 home games. They've won one of the last
games?
That's at home. So if you can't win at home, what chance you got away from home?
Yeah.
You know, it's just a funny game.
They're not in the bottom 3 yet, but they're working their way
on
into
goal
it.
difference.
Sam's
so
trying hard to get in there, Sam.
Yeah,
but he's got a track record of saving teams.
Yeah, he's got a £4 million bonus to keep them up. But he's only brought 1 player in, but he's working all over to try and get a few more in. Yeah.
Have they got money?
Yeah.
They got new boys.
There's a new American known as
the new Americans. I think every team's got money these days, apart from probably 1 or 2. Apart from Sean Dyche. Okay, let's go on there. So that's Palace, Everton. How you picking it?
Win, draw, Everton.
Win, draw, Everton. Bournemouth, here we go. Bournemouth, Watford. Now, Watford have to start turning it around, and Bournemouth are good at home.
Yeah. You know, last week we mentioned Nathan Aki returned to Chelsea. They got beat 3-1 at Hull. But at home, it's a different ball game for Bournemouth. They should get a result against Watford. Also, Watford have been struggling lately, Paul.
Yeah, they lost the last 5 away games.
Yeah, and they drew at home with Middlesbrough on Saturday. Just can't score goals. I know they got Tom Cleverley and 1 or 2 other guys.
Where's Troy Deeney? 100-goal Troy Deeney.
Yeah, he just keeps hitting the post. I think there's goals in this game. You know, it's a panic game for both. And Bournemouth at home.
Yeah.
Grand Prix.
Yeah, no, they go at 100 mile an hour. Interesting game. There's always the bounce back factor with Man City playing my Spurs.
Yeah.
Now, Man City are half the price that Tottenham are. They're a very good side at home. They know they have to produce.
Well, they've had to produce the last 5 or 6 weeks, and I don't know. I just think their squad may have aged. I think they've got the oldest squad in the league now.
Have they?
Yeah, and you know, you can't motivate players like David Silva and Aguero.
Silva blows hot and cold.
Yeah, that's been the problem. I think Spurs will murder them.
Spurs are playing well.
Playing well. I know Vertonghen's out, but I think that they exposed Chelsea.
They'll bring in Wimmer. They'll bring in Wimmer.
More than likely Wimmer.
Or drop Dyer. We seem to.
No, I think Wimmer
Dennis
will come
Dyer?
in. Dennis Dyer, yeah. No, I think Wimmer will come in and they'll leave it as it is, one change.
Wimmer played well the other day when Alderweireld was out.
Yeah.
I think their wing-backs are doing a fantastic job.
Best 2 full-backs in the league for me.
For me too. The best 2 full-backs in the league. They pass the ball quickly.
Yeah.
Dembele is a quality player on the ball, and the front guys, you know, Kane's found his feet, and Dele Alli. It should be a great game. If Spurs had to win that game, would you say Man City would have it all to do to win the league?
No, Man City can't win the league.
Can't win the league?
Can't win the league.
Aren't they ahead of Man United?
Yeah.
Can they win the league?
No.
Okay, that's fair
I think
enough.
it's a match. The next couple of weeks,
Top 3,
Spurs
4.
go to Man City, big game, and they also go to Liverpool.
Yeah, correct. That's never easy.
Spurs are within the middle of February. They play Liverpool. If they're within 5, 6, 7 points of Chelsea, I think they're the only team that can beat Chelsea.
The beauty of it is, if Chelsea stutter, Arsenal still have the capability to win the league. I know you never batted for them. Liverpool have the brilliant ability going forward. Spurs are playing very, very well. So you're saying it's those 4 at the moment.
I think it's a 3-horse race. I know it's my Man United boys will be down my throat.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea, obviously, they've got
Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm inclined to agree with you. I know in a month's time we'll talk and say, has the wheel turned? And, you know,
well, hopefully it does turn.
We couldn't get into the top 4 for a month and a half, and suddenly we're second.
Yeah, I just look at Spurs, Paul. They've got maybe 12 players that if you had to pick your best team, only those 12 would come into it. You know, they've got the foundation there. They're playing well at the moment. This is a big game. They get a result here. And they could do what Leicester did last season.
Do you know what I like about them, Budge? They put the goals in. 4 here, 3 here, 4 here. Yeah. You know, they Chelsea, they were very good. Man City, first time around, they were very good. They had a penalty save. Should have been 3-0 up. They really have got a chance. I know it's a tough game because Man City, at their best, with Kun Aguero and the boys firing, they're a good side too.
No doubt about that, but it's the other end of it. They're 4 clean sheets in 21 league games. How does that work?
Yeah.
You look at the speed of it, you know, Yaya Toure and Fernandinho's not playing, so he's their anchor man. They can't play Zabaleta again in the midfield.
Why have they got so many people out?
I don't know. You know, he paid 40-odd million for Stones. He dropped him. They got Leroy Sané, a nice player. He dropped him. I think he's lost the pot quality. He gets beat this week. Yeah.
What does that
Alarm
mean?
bells
Finish
will
the
ring.
sentence.
The alarm bells be ringing.
Alarm, okay, alarm bell. I thought you were going to say I believe give managers time,
No
unless
doubt.
you're in the bottom. But okay, let's move on. Southampton against Leicester City. Now, Leicester, it's been a disastrous year, apart from their Champions League efforts. It must be terrible for the Tinker Man when he sees his side conceding goals all the time. And Southampton, they've lost their last 4 matches. They can't afford to lose it up.
Yeah, they were unlucky, Paul. I watched the game last week because we backed Burnley. They were the better team.
Yeah.
Jeez, they had no luck against Burnley. Even the goal that they got.
Are their strikers back? Southampton.
Jay Rodriguez has played. Shane Long scored last night. But Charlie Austin, the main striker, he's still injured.
Still injured, eh? And then what can Leicester bring to it? If Leicester got... Morris is away. I saw he scored a couple of goals.
He scored 2 against Zimbabwe.
Now, are the rest of the bunch there?
Well, Slimani, the other centre forward, he's gone. But it's the same team, Paul. Kante's gone. It's just at the back.
Yeah.
Crikey, Moses, it's open gates.
Yeah. Okay, Arsenal, top side. They keep scoring goals.
Too good for Burnley. But this is a freebie for Burnley. They're not expected to get
14-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be taking
Sean Dyche can sell his
25-1.
watch.
Yeah, Arsenal should be too good, but they give you a chance, Arsenal. They don't really kill teams off.
When you look at Burnley, and there are some schools of thought budgets say, oh, we can't back this team, they've lost their last 8. But there are some people who say, hang on, law of averages, you're going to win soon.
Yeah.
Burnley have got 1 point out of 10 away.
Yeah,
10
you
games.
know where the point was?
No.
Old Trafford. They drew 0-0 with United.
Can you believe it? Now, people are saying, hey, Burnley got to pull something out. But Arsenal, when they click. Now, is there a bit of discord in their team?
The guy's throwing his toys out the cot, Sanchez. But they should win this, Paul, so they shouldn't be. At home, they're hard to beat, Arsenal. Only Liverpool have beat them at home for a long time. Yeah. So you'd think they'd get a result. Yeah, they're hanging around the top 4. I know everyone thinks they can win the league. I just don't see it. But top 4, they're always around there. But they've got a nice, easy run at the moment. So we'll see.
Their last 15 home games, Budge, they've won 11.
Yeah.
They've drawn 3 and lost 1. That's a good record.
No doubt.
No, are they still playing with Sanchez up front, or are they going to use the big boy?
Well, Sanchez has played wide on the left, and Giroud's been down the middle the last few games.
Giroud to Hey Jude. Okay. Yeah. Chelsea, Hull City. Chelsea 1-5.
Yeah, look a good.
They're good at home.
They won 14 the last 15. They're good everywhere. But it's a hard next couple of weeks for Hull City. I think they got United, Arsenal,
They've
Chelsea,
lost
and
their
Liverpool.
last 8 away games.
Yeah. But then new managers come in.
Who's in charge now?
It's a Portuguese guy.
Yeah, new Portuguese guy. Okay.
But tough. Can't see anybody going to Chelsea and getting a result. Only Liverpool's beat them there in a long time.
Spurs are coming.
They got beat
2-1
Spurs.
Yeah. Okay, let's go have a look at that's the British League. Now it's getting interesting now. I see a lot of draws to get started in the AFCON. People feeling their way through it. But let's have a look at the 6-10 Ivory Coast against the Congo. What do you think of that?
Yeah, we went for the Congo. The 23-10 the other night went for them and they got a result. Hanging on it to death. If Balassi had been available, I'd say Congo can beat Ivory Coast. Too many players I don't like. Khadija, the guy centre forward, he plays for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Boney plays for Stoke. He's in and out. I don't know.
I read an article the other day that said the Premier League have lost a lot of quality players to the AFCON. A lot of quality players and Boney.
Yeah. No, I can't have him, But of the two teams, Ivory Coast have got the pedigree. Defensively, they sound. But nothing would surprise me in that game.
So they drew 0-0 with Togo.
That's terrible.
And they beat Morocco, Dr. Congo, as they call him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Morocco. Now, Morocco have started off with a defeat.
Yeah.
And they play Togo. And they're 6-10.
Yeah. They should be. Togo's Adebayor's a captain.
They drew with Ivory Coast.
Yeah. But, first game, Paul, this is a 9 o'clock game, feel your way through. You'd expect Morocco, but they don't score many goals, Morocco, so maybe Togo will sneak a draw. I wouldn't be taking 6-10 Morocco, that's for sure.
How about Ghana with the wind? Ghana against Mali.
Ghana beat Uganda 1-0. They got a penalty in the first half. They had chance after chance after chance. But once Uganda had a go, they got exposed at the back, Ghana. Mali-Egypt was a good game. It was 0-0. But it was a humdinger. Mali were a lot better than I thought.
Yeah. It's never easy, but there's
a
lot of quality footballers out there.
And the other thing, Paul, is these guys come from top teams in Europe, or the better teams in Europe. They come into this tournament, they think it's going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of local players trying to make a name for themselves. So they're not going to lie over.
Okay. Roll over or lie down? We can have both of them, but we'll use both. Okay. Egypt, Uganda.
Yeah, Egypt should win this.
I wonder Michael Aboud's not playing for Egypt, but they drew 0-0 with Mali.
That was a good game.
Was it?
Yeah.
And then Uganda lost to Ghana. Was that the penalty?
That was a penalty. Yeah, they had chances, Uganda, but they're one of these teams that love to play on the counter-attack, and you don't catch the Egyptians. They're so well organised, it's frightening. You know, Salah got pulled off for the Roma centre forward for Egypt. He went over the top on someone. He got yellow carded, and the manager hooked him off. Once he went off, they were hanging on. Mali took the last 20 minutes. They were unlucky, Mali. But I think Egypt will beat Ghana.
But I see there's betting for Friday, but not for the 2 Saturday games yet.
You know, the betting for the AFCON has been a bit slack. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on now. Cameroon. They came from behind, Budge.
Yeah.
They were 1-0 down to a wonderful goal.
Yeah.
It was Burkina Faso.
No, it was Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau, that's right.
These are the last games of the group. You know, Cameroon have got 4 points from the 2 games. Gabon have drawn both games.
Yes.
Yeah, last night I watched the game because I like Burkina Faso.
Are 2 teams going through?
2 teams, yeah. Now, Gabon are going to get a result. If they don't get a result against Cameroon, I think they're out.
If they draw?
Well, then it goes Burkina. Then it's the final game, and I think Burkina Faso will beat Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah.
So they'll have 5 points, and I don't think they'll beat Cameroon anyway.
So you the next
I
game
think Cameroon will win. I think Burkina Faso will beat Guinea-Bissau.
Okay, well let's move on down to Senegal.
Yeah, they all play tonight. You know, there's Thursday. We don't obviously put the betting up because by the time the show flies, some of the games will be over.
But Senegal, a good side.
Nice side. Well, that's the team. Well, the double that we took with Clive last week was Senegal to win the group. You know, the Tunisia missed a lot of chances at 2-0.
Yeah.
You know, Tunisia play Algeria tonight. That should be a humdinger.
Tunisia plays Zimbabwe. Algeria playing Senegal.
Oh, sorry, that's tonight.
Yeah, Algeria, Senegal. And Algeria is where Mahrez is.
You know, Zimbabwe were unlucky. They were 2-1 up, and the guy missed a runaway.
Sure.
Can't believe it. The fullback got caught. He won the tackle, and he could hit it anywhere. But he hit it at the keeper, and the guy saved it. And you know what happened? Straight down. Mahrez hit one, keeper dived over it. So, you know, I like the way Zimbabwe play, but defensively.
They play Tunisia. So Senegal should win that.
Should do, yeah.
Okay, now comes the interesting part of the show, Budge, where your selections are for the official pools, the soccer 6 and that. And let's get straight into the first one. And this is British League. Budge, go through your
I spend the 216. That's a normal spend.
That's customary.
You know. 2 bankers, 2 winning draws, and 3 fields. You know, I looked at bankering Bournemouth, but I think they're 2 better bankers, believe it or not. I think Bournemouth, I've thrown the draw in with Watford. I think it'll be a desperate encounter. You know, Watford lost their last 5 away. Yes. They've got to get a result, otherwise they'll be in the relegation battle. So, you know, I pour my for.
Not many people go to Bournemouth and win.
True. Man
United, Liverpool 3-1 up or something?
Yeah, 4-3. Sunderland beat them 2-1.
Spurs drew 0-0 or 1-0.
Hard place to go. Looks a tight little ground. You know, but Watford too, Vicarage Road is also a tight little ground. So, but it's just going to be a desperate encounter.
Troy Deeney.
So we're allowed to throw the draw in there. I've gone 1-2-3 Crystal Palace Everton. You know, Benteke, our man, onside Benteke.
Onside, get onside.
He's capable. You know, I've gone 1-2-3 the Middlesbrough West Ham game again. You know, Middlesbrough are hard to score against, but they lacked score again. You know, I've put the draw in with Stoke City. Some people may think I'm crazy, but we haven't got the best of records there.
Yes.
You know, I've banked West Brom to beat Sunderland. I think that's the best bet in the Premiership. And I like Spurs to beat Man City. I know some people will, bank United and put the draw in with Man City, but 24-10 Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you get 24-10 Tottenham again this season.
Yeah, you're right. You've got to respect Man City, but I'm hoping you're right. But now let's move on to the next one. And this is...
it's the international one. Ghana do look, are the obvious favourites, but Mali will give them a game. So I've gone 1-2 with Ghana and Mali. The Flying Donkeys of Chiveva Verona against...
The Flying Donkeys?
No, that's the nickname.
Sounds like one of the wings in my stable.
There's a couple of them at the back too.
Yeah.
But, inconsistent, both of these teams. Fiorentina scored the second most away from home, but they've conceded 17 goals in the 9 away games. So any result's possible in that game, and we're allowed 2 fields. Now, Alaves, I watched them on Sunday. They played Celta Vigo, the team we backed. Had a player sent off just after halftime. I thought, certainty.
Now, hang on.
Celta Vigo scored with 3 minutes to go. Alaves had more chances on the count. I was so impressed with them. With a man short. They just don't score many goals. But if they score this, Lagana's lowest scoring team in Spain. Can't have them. I've watched them. Can't have them. I think Alaves at 12-10. Good things. You know, Egypt, Uganda, we're allowed to throw another draw in, so that's the game I've gone through. Because Uganda defensively are pretty sound. But while Egypt should win, you know, you never know. There's a lot of games in the AFCON have ended up in draws.
Yeah.
AC Milan, Napoli, this will be a cracker. AC Milan 1-6, drawn 2, last 8 home games. Napoli are the second best team in Italy, behind Juventus.
Are
So, yeah. Roma are there, but I've watched Napoli. Then the Champions League knockout stages, a good team.
Good team.
So I've gone 1, 2, and 3. And Villarreal, you know, 2 weeks ago they drew with Barcelona 1-1.
Yeah.
But lucky to hang on. And then they beat Atletico Madrid the previous Monday. Valencia battling, while they did win on Sunday, can't keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
And Villarreal, to me, looked the best bet in Spain. 2-1-6.
Okay, there's
not
our
firm.
soccer sixes and 2-1-6. Okay, right. Let's move on to the next one we're going to go look at, Budge, and that is
It's a soccer 10. Yeah,
Soccer
our usual
10.
4 bankers, 3 win and draws in 3 fields.
Our
You know,
usual.
I've gone Bournemouth win and draw against Watford. Palace, Everton, I've gone the field. Now, Derby, in the last 8 home games, they've won 6 and drawn 2. They
Is that the Wally with the brolly?
Yep, Steve McLaren. They haven't conceded a goal in the last 8.
But aren't Reading doing well?
They were, until United beat them 4-0 in the Cup. They've had a bit of a stutter. It'll be a tight game, but I think
Reading, that's Jaap Stam.
Jaap Stam, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're away from home. You know,
Jaap
they're
Stam, he's
competitive.
a big Dutch man or
Yeah,
something. They
he's
just
Jaap
think.
Stam, yeah.
Yeah, the big Dutch
Sung
man.
every game at Old Trafford, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, Middlesbrough, West Ham, we've gone 1, 2, 3. I've continued looking for the upset. You know, United win and draw against Stoke City.
Okay, and then the second 5?
So, you know, West Brom, I think
You
will be
like
too good
them, yeah,
for
yeah.
Sunderland. Now, Wigan, Brentford, desperation game. Wigan beat Burton away last week. The United under-21 coach, Warren Joyce, has taken over there. He's got a few loan players in. Worst home record in the league, battling to score goals at home. Brentford are one of these hit-and-miss teams. 1-3, lost 3 the last 6 away games. We can afford a field in that, so I've gone field in that game. Now, Nottingham
That's
Forest.
Swerve's team.
That's Mer's team,
Swerve
yeah. They fired the
supported
manager
him.
over the weekend. Philip
Fired him?
Monton, yeah, fired him, yeah. So
Who've
he
they
got
brought in? No one
nobody yet. They've tried to approach Gary Wright, who for some unknown reason got fired from Birmingham. They asked Ryan Giggs. They've all turned it down so far. They're trying to sell the club, but it didn't go through. But
A club with great history.
yeah, you know, Bristol City last 11 league games, 1-1, lost 10.
Ooh, that's not
So
enough.
struggling. Of the 2 teams, you know, you've got to go with Forest. You know, Leeds, top of the league clash, Leeds-Barnsley. Barnsley are just below the top 6. It was interesting speaking to my mate Debbie, who's Mark Lawrence's sister in Preston. She doesn't miss a game, and she was telling me Leeds are the best team Preston have played this year.
Okay,
So,
then you've
so
gone
you
for
know,
them.
it's a local derby, but I like Leeds. It's a great
And you've
price.
gone with my
and I
beloved
banked
Spurs.
Tottenham, yeah.
432 Rand. Okay, then the big one, the Soccer 13. Now,
yeah.
these are your retirement bets.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, soccer 30, you know, it's 5 bankers
So
and
the
8
top
winning
2
draws.
is straightforward.
Yeah,
Crystal
bank
Palace
it.
are gone.
Bournemouth. I've given Everton the benefit of the doubt against Crystal Palace, who can't seem to win a game. I've given West Ham. I just think that spirit that they'll show with Payet being on his back. You know, United win and draw against Stoke. Banker West Brom. And I'm going to get abuse again because I'm going against my beloved Preston.
Yeah.
But Aston Villa haven't lost at home this season. 12 home games.
That's Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce, yeah. They've won
Who
5.
knocked him out the cup the other day?
Spurs. Yeah.
That's right. They
Yeah, they won 6, drawn 6 at 12 home games. They've won 5, drawn 1 the last 6 at home. You know, I think there'll be goals in that game. But their centre forward, Kodja, is playing for the Ivory Coast at the AFCON.
He's an old codger.
Yeah, Noel Kodja. So I think we can make it a draw. It's a 1-2-3 game, but Villa at home, yeah, they're hard to beat, yeah.
Okay, let's look at the next lot.
Second page, well, Blackburn Rovers, Birmingham.
Birmingham lost last night.
Yeah, they got beat 3-1. Zola, he's had 7 games, hasn't won one. But
Gee.
Blackburn's last home game, they beat Newcastle 1-0 at home.
Yeah.
So, you know, the championship are all difficult, but I'm siding with Blackburn of the 2 teams,
You've
going
got
Blackburn
Derby,
in the draw.
Budge?
Banker, Derby. Now, I think,
Huddersfield. Now, what's the story there?
well, Huddersfield are going well. They're 4th in the league. Good home form. You know, Ipswich are in and out. They got stuck out. I think Plymouth, no, it wasn't Plymouth. An amateur team knocked
Yes.
Ipswich out on
Yes,
Tuesday
yeah.
night.
They're just talking about that. The closest ground to my house is Sutton.
Okay.
I go do a lot of shopping in Sutton. It's right next to Cheam and Ewell and Epsom. And I watched the first round match between them and Wimbledon.
Okay.
And the boy who got fired from Crystal Palace, the boss was in the crowd.
Okay. All live in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, they all live in the neighbourhood. It's around there. And I watched them play and they weren't too bad. And it was a draw. And they won the replay 3-1 Sutton.
Yeah.
So they've gone through. That was the same day as
Yeah,
Ipswich.
Wimbledon, yeah, you know. But Ipswich got beat last minute goal. The game was on.
Yeah,
It
correct.
looked
We
freezing.
rounded the keeper.
Yeah, so, I just can't have it. I know he rested a lot of players, but I think Huddersfield at home will be too strong for them. Now, Norwich got beat last minute by Southampton last night. They've come well at home.
Yeah.
They beat Derby 5-0. I think they beat Reading. Wolves have come well too. They beat Aston Villa, local Derby. Paul Lambert's back there. I think there'll be goals in this game. We can side with the draw, so I've got Norwich in the draw against Wolves. Forest in the draw against Bristol City. And I think Wigan, desperation stakes. I think they may sneak something against Brentford.
Yeah. All right, those are our soccer picks, 6, 10 and 30. Now the key for me for the day is what bets are we going to have here, Budge? And you've gone for...
I've taken a flyer. I just think that at the moment Spurs are the best team in England. I think the victory over Chelsea showed a 2-0 victory. 5-2 Spurs, or 24.5-10 against Man City, I think it's a great bet, the way they're playing. And I know there'll be a response from Man City, but I can't have them,
Yeah.
I think Spurs will beat them. And Leeds at Barnsley, it was 11-10. Local derby. Leeds are a good team, and that double works out just over 6-1.
Very good. Both teams to score.
Yeah.
Now, Crystal Palace, Everton.
Yeah. Arsenal, Burnley,
You want Burnley to score away
I
from
think they
home?
will. Yeah, they scored at Tottenham when nobody could score at Tottenham.
That's right.
They scored at Man City.
That's true.
And it's a freebie. They've got Joey Barton. They've got a slightly bigger squad now. And
He scored already.
Yeah, he scored the free kick against Southampton. They got us our bet last week.
Yeah,
But
how many times I'll ask you a question. The only reason I can ask you this question, Budge, is that I met him in Dubai. We had a few beers together. Wonderful lad, but
Scouser,
he's obviously got a dicey record because of his temperament or temper. And he was telling me, how many times he played for England, Joey Barton?
2?
One.
Was it 1?
One against Spain.
One and only.
Yeah, he's one and only, like Robbie Martin's suit. He's Tony's suit. He's one and only. Yeah.
One and only,
so, okay, then.
I've got Aston Villa pressed. I think there'll be goals in that. So it was just nearly close to 6.5-1. I thought some of the pride they just shaved them, but those were. I don't know if they made a mistake, but if they have, thank you very much.
Teams to win by more than
this is a
one
handicap,
goal.
but I think Huddersfield will beat Ipswich by more than 1 goal. So it's 2-0, 3-1, whatever.
Okay.
And I think West Brom will beat Sunderland. Sunderland are struggling. Just hope Jermaine Defoe doesn't get his shooting boots on.
Yeah,
but
he's good.
I think West Brom will win by more than 1 goal. That was 7.5-1, that double.
Okay,
It
teams
works,
to score, Budge.
Yep. Well, I've got Liverpool to score over 2.5 goals against Swansea. I think they'll score 3 or 4 against them. Bournemouth are at home to Watford. They always score a couple of goals at home, Bournemouth.
So Bournemouth.
So they've got to score over. They've got to score at least 2 goals. Bournemouth and Norwich have to score at least 2 goals, and Liverpool have to score at least 3 goals.
Got you. And then the last one we got.
I've got a Spanish quartet.
Spanish quartet sounds like an ABBA song.
Yeah, you're right. I watch a lot of Spanish football, as I've said many times. Espanyol are at home to Granada. Granada are struggling. They had 2 players sent off at home. They drew 1-1 in a relegation clash.
George Alaves.
Yeah, Georgie Alaves against Leganes. That's a team that were unlucky against Celta Vigo. Villarreal at home, I'd back them against anybody. They're unlucky against Barca, beat Atletico Madrid, and Real Betis are playing the worst team in Spain. They're harder down, they're playing Sporting Gijon.
So they all have to win.
All have to win. Yeah, I was going to eliminate one of them, but I thought, you know what? Alaves was a team I was going to eliminate, and it worked out at like 5-1. Because they played last night, I watched a little bit of it. They played in the Copa del Rey.
Okay.
And it was snowing in Madrid with the team they played, Alcorcon, but they won 1-0, but they only had 3 of the players. Because I analysed that quickly. I thought, hang on, what have they got? And there's only 3 players that started the game against Celta Vigo that played.
Yeah.
So I like that quartet.
Okay, so it looks good. So, Budge, I hope your predictions are right this weekend, especially with regard to Spurs. It's getting very interesting. So if I put you in the corner before we end the show, who's going to win the AFCON? Senegal?
No, I just think defensively they're not good enough. Haven't been impressed with anything.
No team.
At the moment, I haven't had a bet. Obviously, I had individual bets.
Yeah.
But I was on Egypt, but just don't know if they can score enough goals to win. Defensively wise, they'll be okay. But and Congo, Congo was my lurker.
Dr. Congo.
Yeah, 20-1 they were. So, but we'll have to have a look.
So when will the initial knockout be
well,
over?
they play 3 group games.
That's right. When are they over? This weekend?
I think it's Thursday, next Thursday.
Oh, next Thursday before that, eh?
Because the last game of the group, they're playing They're playing them in Group A is on Tuesday, Group B is Wednesday.
Okay.
So you can have a look. But, first game, nothing really has been impressive. Cameroon obviously improved second game. So we'll have a look at tonight.
So you're still sitting
Yeah,
there?
I'm sitting on the fence at the moment, Paul.
Okay. Lovely. There we go. Those are all the bets. Those are the teams. Those are the games. It should be another great weekend's football, and we'll be back next week. Just try and stay on side.